Welcome back everyone to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Serena Longuard. We are about to head into one of the very last main story quests that you will see as a character starting out in New Gridania. Let's speak with Kane Senna. Thank you for hearing me out. The Gridanian Envoy. Kane Senna would trust you with a task of great import. I have written a letter to my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Carteneau and the calamity that followed claimed countless souls and left countless more bereft and alone. In the dark days that followed, many were the survivors who thought themselves less fortunate than the dead. 5 years have come and gone, but the land and the people still bear the wounds of the devastation. Nor are we any closer to learning the fate of the warriors of light. Yet so long as we live, never must we give up hope. We owe this to those who laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. In remembrance of them, a memorial service will soon be held upon the anniversary of the Battle of Carteneau. This missive bears the details of that service. You graciously accepted the part of emissary in the recent ceremony. Should you be so willing, I would now make you my envoy and have you bear my message to our allies. Your dedication to the people of Gridania rouses fond memories in me, and I would choose no other for the role. Will you do me this favour? Humbly, I thank you. As you are no doubt aware, our partners in the Eorzean Alliance lie some considerable distance away, nor are Ul'dah and Limsa Lominsa close to one another. Yet fear not, for I have no intention of subjecting you, mine own newly anointed envoy, to a journey which would take weeks by land. No, I mean for you to travel by air. Receive of me this airship pass. With it you may make use of the skyways that connect the 3 city-states of the Alliance. The airship landing is situated upon the lower floor of the Carline canopy. Simply show your pass, and you will be admitted to the departure area before you embark upon your journey. However, you would do well to seek the worldly wisdom of Miounne. Few forest-born Gridanians know more of the lands beyond the Twelveswood than she. In better times, airships were available for the convenience of one and all. Alas, the risk that our crafts may fall to imperial attack has forced a reduction in the number of flights. Consequently, it has become necessary to restrict air travel only to those whose need is great. Such individuals may petition the relevant parties to be issued an airship pass. As you may have deduced, I myself am one such party. Yet I was not alone in desiring you be granted the privilege of air travel. Such is the potential you show. We have no doubt that you will reward our faith in you, Serena. By the power vested in me, I bid you to journey forth as my envoy into the great realm of Eorzea. Walk her fields, brave her seas, and strive to know her better. And wheresoever you go, go without fear, for the path shall ever be revealed to those who are true of heart. Guided by the crystal's light, set forth and discover your destiny. Well, well, well. Speak with Miounne. All right then. I might just leave the lady's presence. Did I go the wrong way? I did. I did. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to explore the grove. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's done that. Exit to Nofika's altar. Leave the Lotus stand. Yes, please. Oh dear. Alright, I was going to actually just teleport to the main crystal, but what I might do... Yeah, I might just go to New Gridania. Teleport via the Ethernet. It'll be cheaper. And almost as quick. Ah, that was a pretty bunny, wasn't it? Yeah. Ah, it's so good to see them. I love seeing the different costumes people end up in this game. Sometimes they craft them themselves from the things they're allowed to do. And sometimes with their glamours, and sometimes you just luck out with what you've got. I mean, we haven't been so lucky with Serena's costume today, but that's okay. There are nice ones up ahead. 'Tis good to see you up and about again, Serena. Tell me, did you pay the Elder Seedseer a visit as I bade? I did, and... Appointed personal envoy? Well, that's not a secret anymore, is it? And now you are to bear the Elder Seedseer's missive to our allies. Well, it seems you've made an impression on the great woman. I can't argue with her judgment, though. You've earned this honour with tireless hard work, and anyone who says you don't deserve it had better not do so in my hearing. I find myself praising you often of late, but Mother is truly proud of you. Short of a warrior of light, I can imagine no better adventurer to represent us, and that, my girl, is some compliment. I know I should take my mask off. But I've flattered you enough for one day, and I don't want your head to get too big, or you'll struggle to lug it around the realm. Speaking of which, Eorzea is a big old place. Now that you have an airship pass, you can really start to broaden your horizons. The sky is quite literally the limit. Even if your errand didn't call for it, I would strongly suggest visiting the 2 other city-states of the Alliance before you go anywhere else. They are, of course, Limsa Lominsa, City of Pirates, and Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert. Once you've acquainted yourself with them, you can turn your sights to whichever lesser-trodden region takes your fancy. The calamity changed the face of Eorzea, and much of her now lies in shadow, beyond man's ken. It's a veritable playground for a wide-eyed adventurer like your good self. Mind you, it won't all be fun and games. Each nation faces its fair share of problems, from internal strife to conflict with the beast tribes and their primals. So don't be too surprised if you find yourself embroiled in the odd, unsavory situation on your travels. But no matter what difficulties you encounter, I am confident that you will pull through and emerge the stronger for the experience. These are interesting times for Eorzea, Serena. It's been 5 years now since the calamity, but folk are finally beginning to look to the future. A period of great change is upon us, and you have a part to play in it. And if that prospect doesn't excite you, I don't know what will. All right. Speak with Leonole at the airship landing. I know, I'm almost sad because I know that this time is coming to an end. Almost. Leonole. Greetings, good madam. This is the reservation counter for Limsa Lominsa bound flights. Oh, are you not Serena Longuard, the Elder Seedseer's personal envoy? We at Highwind Skyways are honoured to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? I will indeed. Oh, right. You know what? Let's take our mask off, shall we? There we go. One deadly kitty cat. Off to the gangplank. We're going to board that airship. Head on out. Attention all passengers. The airship bound for Limsa Lominsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Doesn't she look pleased with herself? Well, at least we know she's not afraid to fly. Look at that. Oh my. Everyone's off to see her off, even though she hasn't met yet. Farewell, Serena. One day, minstrels will sing of your deeds. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. I forgot about this scene. I know, how could I? But I did. All right. So as you can see, this is where, like, doesn't matter where you start out, this is where all of your characters start to converge on the main storyline back into one event. But that first beginning bit is separate for each of the three regions, and you learn a bit about the lore of each of them.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still.
Let me increase the volume there.
15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Agrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours.
Except...
Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price.
Oh, he took the ship.
Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
Well, don't irritate dragons. That's all I can say.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods.
Uh-oh. Oh, much for the quickly.
Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
Wow.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
Uh-oh.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all.
Who's Frumentarium? Or what? Right.
Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
Right.
At once, my lord.
I know, yikes.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Garland, huh? Well, here we are. Limsa Lominsa, the upper decks. Not our first time here, but certainly is Srena's. Let's go. Now, I have to remember how to get out of this place. And, of course, I got lost this time last time I was here too. Oh, right. That helps. The arrivals attendant. Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa, my lady. Admiral Blofuswin awaits your arrival. Let's leave the landing area. Oh dear, you cannot jump that gate. Alright, Storm Honor Guard. Go talk to this young lady. You are the Gridanian Envoy. Welcome to Limsa Lominsa. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to close lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to Bulwark Hall. Once there, please speak with Dantale. He will be pleased to show you in to the Admiral's command room at the top of the bridge. Alright. Zenthale. Wait. Oh, the lift attendant. Standing right in front of me going, I'm right here, lady. Blanmhaz. Bulwark Hall. Let's go. Yes, please. Alright, away we go. Xanthale, Storm Sergeant. Here he is. Or rather, Storm Sergeant Xanthale. Greetings, madam, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Sure, here you go. Yes, everything seems to be in order. My apologies. We cannot afford to be complacent. You understand. Please, step this way.
Enter. I did not expect the Gridanian Envoy to be an adventurer. It speaks highly of your character that the Elder Seedseer would choose an outsider to represent her nation's interests. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, What news from the Black Shroud?
Well, a memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Gridanian Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was in answer to the Imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew, but Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nelvandanus, hells take him, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon Dalamud from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to the Cartano Flats, and there met the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few of us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smouldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louis Soir still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nations struggle to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save us save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. I, Khan Essenna, has the right of it. I accept her proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Elder Seedseer receives my reply. You travel next to Ul'dah, yes? Pray give my regards to General Raban. Oh, and tell him the wolf has been sniffing around the stables. A private jest and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Fare you well, Strenna. May the navigator guide you on your journey. Very well. Speak with Lenoflo at the airship landing. I guess we better toddle on over to the lift attendant. This is Grefar. Shift must have changed. Ride the lift to the airship landing. Now, if you're doing this for the first time, my advice to you would be to run around Limsa and unlock all of the Ethernet shards. For the sake of being focused, I will continue this quest. Lenoflo. Greetings, madam. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Ul'dah. A pleasure to serve you again, madam. Are you ready to board the airship to Ul'dah? I am indeed. Thank you. Alrighty, let's go. She looks very comfortable with her airship travel, doesn't she? And who knew those things had a reverse? Well, now we do. Here we go. Alright, this time we find the arrivals attendant much more easily. Ah, you must be the envoy from Gridania. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. The Flame General awaits your arrival. There we go. The Flame Honor Guard. Hello. Welcome to Ul'dah, madam. We have been expecting you. Flame General Raban will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to the hustings strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Thank you. The lift. The lift. I think it's this way. Yes. Nanahomi, lift attendant. The hustings strip, right? Yes, that's right. Thank you, Lolamaya. Unless Nanahomi stayed in the lift, and anyway. Wait. Well, let us grab this Ethernet shard. We'll attune ourselves to it. We should do a run and make sure we attune ourselves to all of them, but I'll leave that until for next time. For another character. Let's head on up these stairs. There we go. The Gridanian Envoy, I presume. Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, madam? My thanks. Last but not least, here we go. Ah, yes, the seal of the Elder Seedseer. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kane says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal.
There we go.
Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Ravan al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartano. I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer, when we took the field against the Garleans? So my counterparts have educated you. Oh, trust Melwib to make light of our wolf problem. Woman always did have a black sense of humour. Wolves are bloodthirsty beasts upon which one cannot turn one's back. 'Tis only a matter of time before they bite. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbours. Led by the legatus, then legatus Solus von led by then legatus Solus Zosgalvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilsabard to heel, and so the legatus became an emperor and his republic an empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of fourscore winters. His health is failing and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 15th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legatus Gaius van Belsa, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the Admiral would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear. And if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Khan A will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for. And he signs it off. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with Her Grace myself. Very good, sir. The Elder Seedseer will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer. There we go. Gridanian Envoy. And our first minion. You may now make use of the airship routes connecting the three nations. Before you board an airship, you must pay the requisite fare in gil. Alright, achievement unlocked, gone from Gridania. Minions, we'll have a look at minions. Now, we received a minion, so if I if I click on my inventory, I've got it set up so all the new stuff comes in down the bottom. This is a wind-up airship. It's a minion. We right-click on it. We go use. It vanishes from our inventory, but it has not vanished from our possession because now we go to character and we go down here until we find minion guide. And this is where our minion is. Now, if you like, we can set this minion to active. I think I have done. We'll summon it. And now I have a little wind-up airship floating along behind me. Right here. But guys, on that note, with my airship in tow, I'm going to bid you adieu. If you've enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. And I'll check you later. Take care out there.